Hi, my name is Mark Watson and I'm here to take you through the brand new Roland RD-800 electric piano. Roland has a history of RD pianos that are synonymous with stage pianos of excellence, and this is no exception. So let's get right into this baby here. The RD-800 has a brand new keyboard. It has not only ivory feel but ebony feel as well, so your black and your white keys feel just like the real thing. It also has 1,000 increments in the sensitivity of the keyboard. That's 100 times more than the previous keyboards. So when you're playing, it is absolutely superb. Wonderful stuff. It has an improved weight as well, so it's a little bit lighter than the previous models, which is fantastic. It has some new supernatural piano models inside as well. These are brand new, brand spanking new. We've got a grand piano based on the V Grand. We also have an upright and some electric pianos as well. So they're 5 brand new models. In saying that, the supernatural technology, we can also get it in there and fine tune every individual note if you want to. You can fine tune the pitch, the resonance, and the hammer noise and all the different parameters for each individual note that you can change. That's great. Okay, let me introduce to you a brand new feature from Roland called Tone Color. Tone Color, hidden behind these beautifully illuminated knobs, which are very easy to see in the dark while you're on stage, is a new addition that will adjust parameters depending on what instrument that you have chosen. For example, if we go to the pianos, Tone Color gives you a sweepable selection from mono through to stereo. So just a quick example of that. Mono, full stereo. That can be used when you're performing and perhaps you just want a smaller sound for when you're doing the verses and a bigger sound for when you're doing the choruses, for example. In the electric pianos, Tone Color does something really fabulous. It morphs you through the eras of electric pianos. So we can start off with the old silver top. You can it sounds very vintage and very, very cool. And we can morph through to Mark I pianos, Mark II pianos, right through to dyno pianos, where they input the EQ into the electric pianos and it brings out the sound of the tines when the hammer's hitting the metal rods inside. If I select a clav, this will in fact alter the EQ, so you can boost your mids or cut your mids, boost the bass and the treble. The organ is awesome. What happens here on Tone Color is the drawbars will start off with just the lower ones being pulled out, the lower harmonics, your 16, 8 foot for example, with the Leslie simulator actually rotating quite slow. And as we increase, it brings in the higher drawbars and kicks in the Leslie. Again, very cool for live performance. When you're performing, you can sit back in the mix or bring it forwards for your solos. Very, very cool. So we have strings, and the strings are very lush, warm sounding strings. These strings are really, really good to support your band when you're playing and bring out the vocalist when they're doing a ballad. We have choirs and bass sounds as well, and a really good selection of just usable meat and potato sounds for gigging. So let's move on to live sets. Live sets combines 4 sounds together, 4 layers of sounds, which we can mix with these sliders and also bring in with the buttons. This is very cool. At the moment I've got a piano sound and a pad sound together. And I can bring in other sounds as well, and they will be introduced slowly with my faders. It's a very, very cool way to be able to arrange parts on the fly and introduce more sounds in your arrangement when you're performing live. It's awesome. There's also tone remain, which means if I play something and then select a new sound, the original sounds will stay ringing on. So you're not going to get that cut-off sound when you change patches. This is great. We also have an effects section. All the knobs here are just easy to get to. We've got a modulation effects, which will just alter an effect that you set up for that individual instrument. If I turn that on, we're looking at a phaser right there. I can change the rate and the depth. We have tremolo, again rate and depth, amp simulator. And above that, we have 5 bands of parametric EQ to be able to adjust. It's fantastic. The reverb button's right there. Everything's laid out really, really well, and it is a beautiful instrument to play. So that was the fantastic new Roland RD-800. Thanks very much for listening.